Now that you've got some training, let me introduce you to the Syndicate's latest client, Wayland Industries. We've been supporting them on an ongoing special operation since before you arrived. You've got some catching up to do, so let's bring you up to speed. A year ago, Wayland miners uncovered a structure of unknown origin. What they found inside changes everything. Alien life, Commander. Highly lethal, with limitless potential for military applications. Let's go to the site. Wayland's representative is waiting for us.
Welcome aboard, Commander. I'm Dr. Ren Watanabe, head of Wayland's Applied Xenobiology program. As you can see, it appears to be a temple of some kind, the primary site of a much larger complex. Our team found evidence of 2 extraterrestrial life forms, preserved blood from a spacefaring race known as the Yautja, and a dormant specimen of an unknown endoparasitic organism, Xenomorphs. You're here because the Xenomorphs are no longer dormant.
When the Xenomorphs started reproducing in the wild, Wayland set a thermonuclear demolition charge at the temple to sterilize the entire region. That timer below shows how much time you have left. When it hits 0, this operation is over. Let's head back to base. Wayland is requesting permission to set up a field research lab near your base. If you agree, you'll gain access to their cloning tech and the ability to field lab-bred aliens and predators in your army. Good work, Commander. Click on this button to report to your lab and oversee the Wayland project. I'll let Dr. Ren show you around.
My team has developed new proprietary methods for cloning and controlling several of the xenomorph specimens we recovered from the temple. Your field research lab is currently equipped to duplicate the smallest xenomorphs, juveniles. Let's test your cloning equipment by creating 2 defensive juveniles. You'll need artifacts to clone each new specimen. You should have gathered enough by now. Go ahead and boost it for free this time. Excellent. Everything seems to be working perfectly. Please note that unlike your conventional military units, xenomorphs cannot be revived once lost in battle. Your hospital isn't equipped with the technology or knowledge to treat non-humans. During the initial excavation of the temple, we must have triggered some kind of pulse or signal. It was shortly followed by the arrival of dozens of Yautja spacecraft.
Let's call them what they are, Doctor. Predators. Wayland's been tracking them since the 80s. Now, with Ren's research, we can clone and condition them. Click Unlock to extract Youngblood Predator XNA, then clone 2 Youngblood Warriors.
Good work. But remember that our understanding of their biology is still primitive. Like xenomorphs, these can't be revived in our sick bays or hospitals. Deploy them with caution. Your cloning production queue is limited right now, but it can be greatly increased by assigning more staff. You can hire more staff and upgrade the Wayland lab with resources. I don't have much time before detonation. My team will need your help gathering as much data as we can. Wayland will give you clones in exchange for artifacts, relics found at Xenomorph and Yautja sites that might give us insights into their origins, life cycles, and technology. You can outsource artifact recovery to private contractors for resources. Click on the Artifacts tab to open the Resource Conversion interface. Try it out. Commission 500 artifacts.
Excellent. Remember that the more often you check in on your contractors, the faster they'll work. You can collect artifacts from excavation sites across Zandia. Locate them using your radar, just as you would for depots. Go ahead and try it. Good work. I'd strongly advise you to check your field manual for a complete set of instructions for engaging excavation sites. These won't be easy, Commander. Expect heavy competition and extraterrestrial resistance. This is no job for conventional forces. Clones only.
One more thing, Commander. As the head of Wayland Xenomorph Research, I'd like to be able to call on you for assistance in Zandia. I'll periodically send requests in the Missions tab of your Wayland Lab interface. Your participation in the missions is optional. However, I'll make sure that you're well rewarded if you help.
Dr. Wren's bugs are cute and everything, but they don't have cloaking and plasma guns. I'll be contacting you directly in the same place with jobs related to the Predator Initiative, something the Syndicate is very interested in. By the way, if you want to get your hands on the big guns, you can always go to the black market to purchase strategic alien and Predator units. That about wraps it up. Get started on one of those missions, make more clones, or test them out on a rival base, but remember, when that nuke goes off, this operation is over. You keep the clones you have, and that's it. Keep an eye on that clock, and happy hunting. What you see here started as a joint Wayland Syndicate venture combining their cloning technology with our experience in behavioral conditioning. When the temple was first excavated, Dr. Watanabe's team was able to isolate viable Predator XNA from bloodstains we found and clone predators for study. Now with the recent arrival of the real thing, we've got a shot at acquiring their weapons technology. And we're going to use our little test tube babies here to get it. From prior encounters, we believe Predator society to be tribal. Now these clones have had no experience of that structure, but we suspect they have an innate genetic predisposition to follow strong leaders. That'd be you, Turbo. Go try and take them on a xenomorph hunt. If they kill you, we'll try a different angle. Right, you survived. I had a good feeling about this. You've always had great interpersonal skills. I'm allocating you more assets now. Great work. Okay, so it looks like the conditioning works and your clones are mission capable. But that doesn't get us any closer to their technology. We've identified an abandoned warehouse the Predators were staking out a few weeks ago. Current intel suggests they moved on. Check it out and see if they left anything behind for our reverse engineering teams. You're looking for anything resembling a plasma weapon. Oh, and the whole place is crawling with xenomorphs. Clear them out, look around, and do not engage any Yautja. Judging from the engagement footage, it's safe to say we had some bad intel. Hey, it happens, but no harm, no foul. You survived, didn't piss off any predators, and these edged weapons you recovered might have some promise. We'll pass them on to Wayland for review. This is a win. But make no mistake, I still want that plasma weapon, Commander, or at least whatever powers it. Here's your reward. Okay, let's backtrack. The initial survey might have missed something in the temples. Clear out any xenomorphs and give our research team a safe escort. We're looking for any diagrams detailing power conduits, generators, anything that might help us understand their technology. The temples are over 10,000 years old and still move and react to stimuli. There's got to be something running them. We've recovered thousands of images, and they're all useless. We've got heat sources with no moving parts, reactive structural changes without any sensors we can recognize. If there's anything there, it's hidden or beyond our ability to understand. We need to get onto one of their ships. A few days ago, we found a downed Predator ship in heavily infested xenomorph territory. The first team we sent didn't make it to the ship. It was, messy. You and your freak show are up next. Your orders are to fight your way through to their ship, board it, and bring back any assets you can. And Commander, we've spotted an active Yautja hunting party in the vicinity. They'll be watching, so don't antagonize them. And try not to embarrass us. Okay, so the bad news. The ship had some kind of biometric recognition system. Apparently your clones weren't close enough to the real thing to get by. There's a silver lining. I've been replaying the sensor data. There was a Predator hunting party watching the whole thing. They could have taken you out at any time, but they didn't intervene. They didn't engage you at the warehouse either. Interesting. Commander, we're doing this all wrong. The only way we'll learn anything about their weapons is by learning from them, gaining their trust. Here's what we know so far. 1. They aren't necessarily hostile towards humans. You've encountered them twice with no problem. 2. They're obviously in some state of war against the xenomorphs. This is something we can leverage. What I'm getting at is some kind of alliance. We've identified one we think is the leader near the overrun reservoir, severely outnumbered by xenomorphs. Go render assistance. Kill as many Xenos as you can. When you give the all clear, we'll send in our top negotiator. That could have gone better.
I'm approaching the creature. Jesus, do we even know if it understands us? We mean you no harm. We want to help you. Where do you come from? God, no, please! Open fire! God, no, please!
Yeah, we may need to learn their language first. This one was my bad, Commander. Here's your reward. Okay, since they obviously don't understand English, we'll have to learn to speak whatever they speak. And we've got an opportunity now if we move quickly. We've identified another one of their ships. It's in pretty bad shape. The main access port is wide open and, judging by the bodies, I'd say the Xenomorphs won this round. Board the ship and clear any Xenos you encounter. Then photograph any glyphs or script you can find on board. When you get back, we'll send them on for linguistic analysis. Well done, Commander. This is a good start, but we'll need terrestrial samples to compare them to. For all we know, it could be religious scripts, historical records, hell, it could be graffiti. I'm assembling a crack team of crypto-linguists and linguistic anthropologists now. Commander, I need you to go back to one of the temples. Our linguists are looking for any samples showing a mix of predator glyphs or pictograms and early human written language. Secure the area, and we'll send the team in. Well done. Early feedback from the team sounds good, but they'll need some time to cross-reference this with our existing research. I'm assigning you additional assets now. Be ready to move out within the next few days. We're making progress, but our analysts are missing one final piece of the puzzle. They need recorded samples of predator speech. Seeing as how our last attempt at having a friendly chat didn't go so well, I've got a new plan. We've identified an abandoned radio tower on one of their hunting trails. Plant some bugs on it and we'll try to analyze their verbal language patterns. The place is heavily infested with xenomorphs, so try not to get yourself killed. Looking good, Commander. The team says they've got what they need, but they'll need a few weeks to put it all together. In the meantime, I've been going through Wayland's classified records. Check this out. According to this report from the Bouvet Island incident back in 2004, a Wayland contractor survived by fighting alongside a predator hunting party. Unarmed, if you can believe that. I guess she made an impression. I've done some more digging on this Bouvet Island report. Now, if you believe the anthropologists, we've walked into the middle of some kind of coming-of-age ritual. Think of it as their version of prom night, but with more murder. If we want their respect, we're gonna have to earn it the hard way. I've identified an overrun village close to where a predator party was last spotted. Get in there, hunt the xenomorphs, and make sure they see you leading. Oh, and here's your spear. Good luck. Impressive stuff, Commander. I think they're taking a shine to you. I'm releasing more clones to help you with the next mission. I hope you like big game hunting. The Predators allowing you on the hunt is definitely progress, but we need to step things up a notch. I want you to take on a Xenomorph Queen and her guard. If the trophies on their ship are any indicator, this is powerful juju in their culture. Something only their most elite can pull off. We've identified a mature female in the reserve. Go in there and show them you've got what it takes. Outstanding work, Commander. The applied xenobiology people are screaming for your head on a spike, but it was totally worth it. You just out-predatored the predators. Here's your reward. You've earned it. Commander, our team thinks they've got a working translation of the predator language. We've recorded a message in Yautja announcing a time and location to meet. It's basic, but it should do the job. Your mission is to get it to them. We've rigged an APC with speakers broadcasting the message on a loop. A hunting party was last seen near an overrun checkpoint not far from here. Escort the convoy to the objective and make sure they hear what we have to say. It looks like they got the message. We've received a binary transmission over our comms channel. The coordinates match the location of one of their ships. I'm assigning you more units. I want you standing by as backup if things go south. You ready to make history, Commander? All right, everyone. I want real-time translation up on the screen. Ready? Here we go. We mean you no harm. You are brave warriors with much to teach us. We too are a warrior people. We hunt as you do. We share a common enemy. Let us fight together. We mean you no harm. Yes, that's it. We mean you...
Wayland has set a thermonuclear demolition charge to detonate in 90 days.
Oh, shit.
Covering fire! Covering fire, goddammit! Commander, get to the ship! Kill them! Take everything you can! Now, Commander!
Okay. Let's stay objective here. Yes, we failed to recover the plasma weapon, and we may have started a war with a technologically advanced alien species. But on the upside, the Predators killed all the witnesses, I've survived, and the Syndicate's currently filing patents on all of Wayland's project research. I'd say we came out ahead. I'm pulling the plug on this operation effective immediately. Commander, you are free to use all remaining project assets at your discretion. I'll destroy all evidence of our involvement. The demolition blast should take care of whatever's left. When the inquiry starts, remember, I was never here, and this never happened.
Take a good look, Commander. Xenomorphs, the greatest scientific discovery of our era. Untold potential for advanced biological and medical research. Answers to mankind's biggest questions about our place in the universe. Or, if you ask the Wayland Board of Directors, a disruptive new age and applied biological weaponry. Relax. They won't bite, unless we tell them to. We've developed a neural implant that directly stimulates their prefrontal cortex. We control their decision-making, cognitive function, problem-solving. Our latest version of the implant has a perfect track record under lab conditions. But corporate still has doubts about its reliability in the field. They want a live-fire demonstration. I've identified a promising target at a nearby warehouse. Neutralize it. Response time 98%, compliance rate 96%. Control signal degradation within operating parameters, and 100% lethality. Excellent work, Commander. Between the containment protocol and your friend's pet Yautja initiative taking half my resources, we needed this benchmark. I'm allocating additional program assets to use at your discretion. Commander, I need your help. Our program runs a secure research reserve hosting a wild xenomorph colony close to the main dig site. My team have been tracking these specimens for months. Last night, we found evidence of fresh Yautja kills amongst our test population. We don't have time for poachers. The Yautja presence here already has set our program back months. This colony is showing us behaviors we never dreamt of. Well-developed social hierarchies, cooperative hunting techniques. We're not going to get another chance at data like this. Go in and secure the reserve before we lose any more specimens. Damn it, Black, do you have any idea what your predators just cost us? Well, go clone some more. Maybe next time you'll keep your little sideshow in your own backyard. If you can't keep them on a leash, I'm taking it up with corporate. No offense, Commander. Believe me, we appreciate the Syndicate's support. It's just that Mr. Black's program is risking everything we've done here. While we can't undo the damage, your efforts have saved enough mature adults to validate our research data. Thank you for intervening. Commander, this is Dr. Watanabe. I have another job for you. Early research suggests that Yautja biology may have certain natural regenerative adaptations, specifically in treating cellular damage caused by contact with acidic xenomorph blood. My colleagues in the Yautja initiative have refused to give me access to their lab-grown specimens, so I need you to engage a predator site to acquire samples from a recent arrival. Get it done. Standing work. I wish we'd had this in the early days. There were incidents. Having a fast treatment option will go a long way towards making the xenomorph safe to work with in the field. Well, safer, anyway. Commander, you're just in time to help. Carbon dating from the recent dig sites suggests that the xenomorphs have been in the temple complexes for millennia. Yet we're seeing almost no evolutionary adaptation and an extremely low degree of generational mutation. Given their short life cycle, this doesn't make sense. It's as if they've spent almost all of their time on Earth dormant, punctuated by brief bursts of reproduction, then something cut short the breeding cycle each time. Go to the temple, and see if you can find any evidence to explain this. Incredible. These carvings you found predate the Holocene, but they're depicting the same xenomorph species we're seeing here today. It's got to be the Yautja. They must have brought them here and never allowed them to breed long enough to evolve. They could have been managing the xenomorph population for over 10,000... Everything I've seen points to a cyclical connection between the Xenomorphs and the Yautja. But without more evidence, it's still just a theory. I've identified a downed Yautja ship in the vicinity. Clear it out and find me more proof. The skull fragments you brought back confirm my theory. I count at least 4 specimens ranging from 6000 BCE to 2150 BCE. They've been hunting xenomorphs on Earth for centuries, but that's nothing compared to these images. This is unbelievable. Do you realize what you found? That trophy room has samples from hundreds of species, apex predators with completely different biologies. This suggests complex biospheres on dozens of worlds. This is enough for 10 lifetimes of work. And all they can see is the technology. It's unforgivable. I'm sending a full report to the Wayland board. They'll have to stop the countdown. The wealth of scientific knowledge we're about to destroy is priceless. We can contain this, I just need more time. I told that idiot not to provoke them. Your friend Mr. Black must have done something to piss off the Yautja. They're attacking transport convoys between the primary research facility and my field station. We've already lost 4 this week. Commander, these supply runs are essential to our research. Eliminate the Yautja hunting party and secure the next convoy. I'll keep petitioning Wayland to abort the containment protocol. Thank you. It looks like we'll need those convoys now more than ever. Listen to this. Dr. Watanabe, after a thorough assessment, your request to review the containment protocol has been denied. However, in recognition of your team's groundbreaking work, we are pleased to inform you of the successful completion of the Applied Xenobiology program's primary mandate. You have until the containment deadline to conclude your research and evacuate the quarantine area. At such time, you will report for reassignment, forward all research materials to Wayland's Bioweapons Division, and delete all data copies in compliance with the terms of your non-disclosure agreement. We thank you again for your contribution. They're going to shut us down. After everything we've done. Fine. Let's do what we can before the evacuation. Commander, we have a containment emergency. The Yautja have activated some kind of transmission device on an abandoned radio tower. It's interfering with the control implants. The Xenomorphs, if the signal is cut off, we'll lose control of them. You've seen what they can do. I'll keep trying to boost our signal, but there's not much time. Disable the device. Control signal reestablished. If they've made it out of the containment zone, maybe it is time to shut this place down. Commander, we've still got research to do. There's a fatal flaw in our program. I can't get them to breed. We can keep cloning xenomorphs indefinitely, but without genetic diversity, a cloned population won't survive long. To build a naturally reproducing colony, I'll need an ovomorph. And for that, we need a queen. Here's where you come in. We found a fertile queen in the reserve exhibiting what we believe to be signs of reproductive behavior. The Yautja seem to be aware of this too. They're gathering for the hunt. Keep the alien queen at the breeding site safe from the predators. I need those eggs. Excellent. The queen is safe and has entered her nesting cycle. We've placed sensors around the perimeter. Now we wait. Surveillance footage from the breeding site confirms that the ovomorphs have been laid. I need you to get some samples so I can perform some tests, but expect heavy Yautja resistance. The xenomorph reproductive cycle seems to have a deep cultural significance to them, bordering on religious. They won't appreciate our interference. We've concluded the first round of tests. The ovomorphs are definitely viable, and this stage of their endoparasitic cycle was fascinating. We'll move on to further tests after this gestation period. Can you please contact the Syndicate and requisition another group of Zhangxi volunteers? We're just learning so much. Based on my genetic analysis of the ovomorphs, they aren't queen clones. About 20% of their DNA was contributed from another donor, or parent, if you will. The queen doesn't mate with just any xenomorph. The phenotype you're looking for is even larger than the warriors, and may have an oversized crest like the queen. Bring me a specimen, alive if possible. Impressive work as usual, Commander. These are even more aggressive than the warriors. They barely even respond to implantation. The Bioweapons Division will be thrilled, I'm sure. All of my research, and no one outside Wayland will even know what we lost. A word of advice, Commander? Hold on to your test specimens. When this is all over, they may be the last of their kind. Commander, I just got the call from corporate. We're back online. We've been directed to assist the Yautja program in acquiring technology for reverse engineering. Mr. Black is looking for some kind of Yautja plasma weapon. He's requested that we clear out one of their ships so he can send his team in to recover it. You have your orders. Excellent work, Commander. I've updated the Yautja initiative. They should be here soon. If it's all right with you, I'd like a few minutes alone to take some genetic samples before his team contaminates the ship. Rest up. I'll have another mission for you shortly. Commander, we've got one last thing to take care of. Mr. Black's team have reported a cache of Yautja weapons inside the temple structure. He's already got what he came for. Eliminate any resistance and destroy the remaining weapons. We don't want anything to fall into the hands of Wayland's competitors before the final countdown. I'll be standing by to debrief you afterwards.
Looking for Ren? Yeah, don't bother. She's halfway to Japan by now, with all her research and a working Predator plasma weapon. Stop me if this sounds familiar.
If it's all right with you, I'd like a few minutes alone to take some genetic samples before his team contaminates the ship.
You left her alone? Just... wow. Fortunately for you, your spectacular gullibility has cleared the Syndicate of any breach of contract with Wayland. This actually saves me the trouble of having to steal it myself and mount a cover-up, so, good job, I guess? Here's your reward. Use what you have to mop up here, and remember to duck and cover when the fireworks start. If you'll excuse me, I've got to jump on a flight to Tokyo. There's a certain Wayland rival I need to outbid.
This is Whiskey Echo 2-1. Confirm clearance of quarantine perimeter Alpha, over. Whiskey Echo 2-1, this is Wolverine 1-3, clear, over. Wolverine 1-4, clear, over. Apex 2-3, we're clear, over. All call signs clear, flash radius. Detonation in mark -5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.